Oh, 6 minutes, my ass. Right, I am live. That is the important thing. And my computer is both uploading and downloading something at the same time. So, yeah. Fun. Fun, 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 fun. Oh, boy. What am I going to do? What I'm going to do, I'm going to do LiveTUBBSweekly, because that's what it is. But first, I'm going to wait for a couple of people to be in the chat room first before I actually do anything, because those are the rules. Right, got my topic list right here, ready to go. I got that video uploading. It says 5 minutes, which is bullshit because it's been at least 10 minutes since it said 10 minutes. So yeah. I've got the Discord is working, so that's good. The internet seems to be stable for now. And Jeffy just arrived, so that's awesome. So before I address anything, I'm going to just describe about what's been happening this week. And basically, not much except for one thing, and the one thing is, of course, the belly painting. That went very, very well. So that's the first half of that done, which is great. However, I did realize whilst I was doing the painting, whilst I was finishing off the painting, well, basically I'm going to have to do this all again, because essentially I ain't got a pumpkin, and the video does require me to basically have a pumpkin next to my belly at some stage. At least I think it does. So yeah. So if anybody is on Discord or any watching the playback of this, then please submit your pumpkin designs, and it will go on the belly. So, I mean, that's got to count for something, right, guys? Probably won't. But still, anyway, there's that. I did some artwork. I've done my orc picture. I've done my Halloween picture. So, I'll take that as a win. A win-win. I was actually in the middle of, before I came on the stream, doing the details, or trying to I've done the layout for the orc picture, for one of the orc pictures. So that's looking okay. I've started to get people keep asking me for trades and for requests. Now that I said that, and I don't say it much. But basically, now that I've said that, I'm not doing requests. I'm not doing trades. I need money, okay? Now that I've said that, though, every fucking person seems to want something now. Like, how come you're not doing trades? How come you're not doing requests? And it's like, I'm busy, and I need money. Why are these not good enough excuses, reasons? They're not excuses, they're reasons. Because I need money. Christmas is coming, and I've got a holiday to pay for. So, you know, it's this whole big thing. But yeah, it's kind of bumming me out, just the amount of people that I have to say no to. I've actually accepted a couple of requests, so because I can't keep saying no. There was one person who actually asked for the deer picture. They asked me for something else, and they basically said it was for their friend's birthday or something. So basically, yeah, they did give me a whole list of, like, a whole scene that they wanted done. And I'm not good enough to do it. So basically, they wiggled me down to basically one character. The only problem is that they don't want him fat, they just want him with a big belly, and I hate doing that because it's super unrealistic, you know? So, anyway. I'm going to figure out a way to do it. And there's a guy who basically, by the way, trades. I actually have a reason why I don't do trades. Trades is when you basically you draw something, and then somebody else draws something, and you know, when people ask for trades, the person who's asking for trades is the person who basically wants something, right? They want something. They're the ones that ask for trades. They want you to do a picture for them, you know, for the payment of them doing a picture for you. This person basically asked me for something very specific, and I completely understand. And you know, I didn't know what to ask for. So basically, I noticed that they did non-furry art on their DeviantArt account, and I asked for, well, just draw me. And they said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not drawing real life people at this time. I was like, okay, draw one of my characters. You could draw me as a construction worker or my Fat Daddy character. I'm okay with either of those. He said, no, I'm sorry, it's still a real person. I was like, look, you've got Poseidon and a construction worker as part of your main submissions. Why is this hard? What's going on? And they said, no, I've just had a problem with doing people just right now. Like, okay, you're not gonna be straight with me. That's fine. Just they do not. You know, it's October. Do not. It's fine. So I was like, okay. And then they want me to do something very specific for them. It's just, yeah. Also, another thing with trades is that for the past 4 trades that have come up, I've done something for them, and they fuck off. They fuck off. So basically, after I'm not going to give him his trade, I'm not even going to draw it until basically he's done my one. So yeah, that's my stipulation on trades now at the moment. Until I basically have enough money to, I mean, until I have a disposable income. You know, it's not so much to ask. Okay. Okay. So yeah. No more quests and no more trades until I say so. You need an incredible. You need to be an incredibly good friend, basically, to get something out of me for free right now. I'm also struggling with this thing that basically, like, when I'm in a wave of depression / anger, depression, I basically I lose all motivation to basically do art. You know, I really just want to walk somewhere, go somewhere quiet, and be there until I can be myself again, because I feel not cool. That's basically what I want to do. I do not want to be somewhere and do drawing, you know. It's one of the good things about having a hot tub, even though I can't have it right now because it's raining and bullshit. So yeah. So yeah. That's why I basically, out of today, when I've done nothing, I've only drawn this, and you can't even see it on the screen, can you? That's the outline of the fat guy sitting down. So that's what's happened this week. Anyway, I'm going to do the, I'm going to read out the topics, and basically you guys, whoever's in the chat, can basically vote. And then I'm going to, I'm going to do the tallying up after I read out the everything in the chat. So you can vote for Advice Week, Balloon Week, Furry Week, Cigar Week, Feet Week, Live Week, Bloating Week, Art Week, Padding Week, or Guest Week. That's Advice Week, Balloon Week, Furry Week, Cigar Week, Feet Week, Live Week, Bloating Week, Art Week, Padding Week, or Guest Week. So you've got those options to choose from. Oh. Speaking of, I don't know why somebody suggested this. This basically happens anyway. If you're wondering what happened today, basically I was just not in the mood, and also Damon wasn't in the mood, and also it was raining at the event, and my mother-in-law wasn't in the mood, so basically we didn't go. We just stayed here today, and also my shed's leaking. So yeah, I need joy feelings right now. Lots of them. Jesus. Right. Hi Jeffrey. Because you need the money, and that's that. If they don't understand that, then oh well, I definitely understand what you mean, Tubbs. But yeah, I've also got to pay for my passport a lot more than I thought I did. It's another thing that's pissing me off. Right. And they are being picky. They are being picky. Yeah. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I definitely understand what you mean. It's maybe more hugs and stuff. Thank you, dude. And you voted for Cigar Week and Padding Week. Let's say Padding Week. Yep, there it is. It's actually really weird. It's kind of funny because basically, I had a new extractor fan put up there because the old one is damaged because of the moisture apparently in the house, in the office. So yeah, it's deciding to leak right above the extractor fan. The new extractor fan, only about a couple months since it's been put in there. So is there some kind of weird force that's trying to kill off my extractor fan? I'm starting to suspect. So yeah, the leak is just, I mean, you can see I've got a tissue up there at the moment because I've got no tools in here. But if you can see, I don't know how well you can see this. You can see there's the extractor fan, and actually I need a new tissue. I can't actually do it up yet because basically I've got no tools in here. Oh yeah, this tissue's gone. At least it's making the water go away from the extractor fan. There you go. Is it still working? Yep. So yeah, it's just a bolt up here that's basically pissing me off. Just have to change the tissue until Damon in the morning. Well, it's not going to leak on the wires. It's going to leak on the motor, which is the thing in the middle. But with the tissue there, it's going to divert the water away from that. Or absorb it. I just have to change the tissue every now and again. Hey, Dreamy. Right. So the polls are closed. If you want to vote for next week, then go right ahead. But the votes are being counted. So basically, don't vote on Discord just yet until I finished. But yeah, your choices are, unless it's this week that this is the choice, don't question. Advice week, balloon week, furry week, cigar week, feet week, live week, bloating week, art week, padding week, or guest week. So there you go. Vote away. I'm going to do the tallying up now. Okay, 3, well. Okay, so we might have a bit of a problem. I have a tiny bit of a problem that I need to resolve, like, absolutely right now. Oh, speaking of, the video is now available on LiveTUBBs, so that's good. And also, that's nice to know. Okay, so with 4 votes, it's not advice week. Actually, let me just, before I announce the votes, I'm going to just clear these. Well, that solves that issue. Talk amongst yourselves, guys. Hopefully the quality just got better as well, by the way. I shouldn't have said that because now I've finished now. Right. Okay, that makes sense. So balloon week, there's been like 2 or 3 votes by the same person for that. Okay, so we got a thing. We've got a thing. So here we go. With 4 votes, it's not advice week. With 5 votes, it's was going to be balloon week. No votes for furry week. 2 votes for cigar week. 3 votes for feet week. Live week had 3 votes. Bloating week had 4 votes. Art week had 1 vote. Padding week had 5 votes. And guest week had 3 votes. So basically it's a tie between padding week and feet week. Now, what's the parent trouble? Yes, now, I was double checking. It would appear there's a tie between balloon week and padding week. However, balloon week seems to have had 2 votes, so it should be technically padding week. However, do I need to make a channel for padding week? I mean, I could. It's just that there wouldn't be much on that channel. But then again, Feet Week has also got a channel. Leather doesn't have a channel. But the Tanker Tubs, and yet the balloon stuff does have its own channel. Lunar Tubs is expected to be its own channel. The point is that I need to launch a channel. That's the whole point of the first round of the weekly topics and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, it all depends if it's basically going to be a channel or not. If it's not going to be a channel, then I'm going to activate the Lunar channel, the Lunar Tubs channel. Also, a lot of guys like the padding stuff and not the other stuff. So it's a little bit hard to justify that when the whole reason for segregating the channels is basically to let all the people that like certain groups of stuff like certain groups of stuff. Well, the Lunar community is very big, and it basically they're not all about the padding. So see what I mean? Okay, so the padding is padding week, but it's also balloon week. You know what? But then again, balloon week only had 4 votes, and so did advice week, and so did bloating week. So is it padding, balloon, advice, and bloating week? So the padding stuff we're not going to do, but this does leave the issue now of what we're going to do instead. Okay, I think we're going to do all of them. I think I'm going to kamikaze it. I'm going to do both for all of them. You don't have to make another channel, Tubbs, unless you think you need to. I want to make another channel. Because I need to make the other channels. Wait a minute. Let me just. So I've got Luna. We need to make at least one channel a week to basically establish the channels before we reset all of the system again. We've still got the Luna channel to make and the feet channel to make. Everything else, if I do this, then basically all I will have to do next time is the feet channel. Because all of the other stuff, all of the other topics, they're add-ons to the channels that we've already had. And I won't do them all in 1 week. I'll lay back some for next week and stuff as well. In which case it's going to be feet week. Then establish that channel. And everything should reset. Maybe. I think this will work. I think this will work. Well, that's the thing. I'll basically, if I don't do all of these topics this week, then they'll just carry on to the next week. So there's no real pressure. Besides, I'm also taking. Remember, we've got one portion where we're actually going to take a break, probably for Itchy's visit. So I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so it is advice week. Balloon week. Anything over 4 higher. Bloating week. Padding week. And that's it. We've had joint weeks before. We've had 4 topics at one go before. Where's my there it is. Honestly, Dreamy, we'll sort this out. It's no big deal. Honestly, it's not a big deal. It's fine. So I'll do this and we'll make the new channel. So your options are for voting for next week. Your options are very, very tiny, apparently. 30 week, cigar week, feet week, live week. It probably is going to be feet week next week, by the way. Live week, bloating week. Oh no. Art week or guest week. Again, I'm not going to do all these this week. I'm probably only going to do 1 or 2 topics this week. 1 or 2 videos for one of these topics or 2 of these topics. And then I'm basically going to pass over the next ones. So if you want to vote for any of these, then let me know. And the Discord poll is back open. It's very, very few topics now to choose from. And we are doing the pumpkin carving. So I will need to know when everybody will think they'll be free around about this time for this week. I want to know when people will be free this week to basically be able to do the pumpkin carving. So if you could basically just let me know that, and that'd be great. Honestly, I'm not worried. Okay, so don't worry. It's going to be fine. It's going to be very, very fine. Okay. Oh, what did I say? Advice. It's advice balloon. Bawoon. Bloating. Bloating. Pulse back open. There you go. Advice week, lay upon me some ancient knowledge, oh wise one. Advice week basically is just I talk to people about topics that they need advice on and stuff like that. By the way, let me know if anybody needs to bring up a topic at any time. Basically, the live streams are now open for me to give advice to anybody that wants advice from me. So yeah, that's all Advice Week is. Okay. I'm going to put a vote in for Furry Week just because I can. Teach me the way of the bear. Well, we could do that. We could basically bring up bear culture. I have a piece of paper just for this exact reason. There you go. Bear culture, Advice Week topics. If anybody's got any other topics they want me to do. Basically, at one time, when we do the Advice Week, because this is LiveTUBBs Weekly, so tomorrow I'll have something prepared to talk about. And we'll all talk about the bear topic. So there you go. Okay, so I need to activate the LiveTUBBs channel. I think this is one of the channels that got taken down because it was inactive after I made it, basically. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, it's not on there. But that's no problem. Jeffrey, I might need... Oh, no. I might need your phone number again. I mean, I have your phone number, don't I? Okay, the new channel is open. I'm going to give you a link to it in just a second. It's completely blank because it has to be done from scratch. It's called LiveTUBBs. There's no videos on it just yet. I'm just sorting this out. Wow, that rain is really loud, isn't it? The tissue's dry enough. Okay, and want to make playlists. Why you do this to me? I can't see the live chat at the moment. I do apologize. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Just a second, guys. 1 second. I'm hoping that this thing will remember phone numbers. It should do. How comes creating playlists became such a big deal? Huh? I know this playlist is empty. I haven't had anything on it yet. Jesus Christ. I need to add the raw footage playlist. There you go. Now we're all good with that. I just need to do one more thing, and that is... Jeffrey, are you going to be okay? I can't hear the rain. You can't hear the rain? It's really loud. Jeffrey, that's the last time I'm going to ask you for the number, so okay. Once you get the text, once you get the message with the number, just immediately write it into the chat, into the live chat, and I will see it. Just write it into the live chat. I will see it, and I'll do it. I'm going to do that now, actually. To activate the channel. Here we go. So you should be getting it. Jeffrey, your number ends with 6466, right? Doesn't matter. I've just I'll push the button. You should be getting a code now. Brilliant. Because once this has happened, I don't have to do anything else. I have to change the aesthetics of the channel, basically. Give it a banner, give it a picture, and upload something. Really? That's an easy number. It's 6 digits. It's 6 digits. So 22000 what? Jeffrey, I need to know within the next 5 minutes or the code's going to reset. I thought that was too easy. Yeah, yeah. See, I knew it. 1, 7, 3, 5, 8, 2, 1. Account verified. Oh, so thank you so much. Right. It's okay. It's okay. So you should be able to find the videos. Wait a minute. Oh, fuck's sake. Cubs Out Loud is now online, live. I'm there. So if you can hear it, by the way. It's okay, guys. I can hang with you. I don't have to do anything now. I just need to chill, and I can watch that in the background. I will be there later, so you can find the new channel here. There it goes. Got it. There's nothing on it yet, but there will be. So that's all for the Lunas. Also, I'm going to be doing the pumpkin carving. So remember, belly pats. Yeah. So remember, anybody that wants to participate, please let me know when you can get a pumpkin, when you've got some free time, and if possible, relate it to a time that I know. You don't have to, but I'll figure out. So yeah, we'll figure out a way to do that. So that's going to be fun. So that for me, that's belly painting, and I'll probably be doing the belly painting after the pumpkin, just to save on mess. Because if I wait for the pumpkin to be done, then yeah.
Fucker, like, how do you I do the gentleman, but not well enough to say, my friend told me, I'm like, I want to work on them. So I just thought about, I'm like, I'm going to do this. And sure enough, he called me and said, it's yours. So, you get this movie. Yeah.
So I don't know what to talk about now. I'm kind of like stumped. I'm also listening to the stream at the same time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we did everything. It's weird.
For those who are not aware, Damon and I are both familiar with Paul. We have met him in person through what I guess I'll say bear/leather events and activities kind of in this region of the US here. And Paul came on my radar actually because of what we're going to talk about, the Honors Against Hate that you created. But so you have this love of like scare, I guess I want to say. Like I don't want to pigeonhole you and say definitively gore or horror or like, I mean, maybe that all applies. I don't know that well, so I like all things horror. Let's put it that way. Okay. Mm-hmm. As I showed you, I have like the Hellraiser box. I have the Phantasm Ball. I have I don't know.
I got to talk to and hang out with my friend. I haven't seen him in months since we went to college in Alabama. That's nice. It's always good.
The little tribal. Well, I have it. Yeah, in my plane. I've seen pictures that you post because we're friends on Facebook, and it kind of grinds me up, honestly. But that's a thing. And obviously, I put my girl. Yeah. Okay. See, I punched clowns in the.
He was in town for a weekend, but it was like the worst time since the everything
Like I don't see.
seemed to want to happen this weekend. I saw the pictures, by the way, very nice, very, very nice pictures, and I saw the Santa. I did go through the pictures. I actually watched them upload.
They don't really bother me, but I have many friends who are not fans of them, and then the movie and the novelization, like all of that stuff of it does not help at all. So yeah, and then like well, then on like Facebook, someone posted a video of I don't know if it's purchasable, but there was a large Pennywise from the latest movie of It, where it's like transformed and it had a disfigured animatronic child. I saw that in person. Yeah, at Friends World Concert. That thing went for $10,000. Wow. Yeah, it was pretty expensive. Yeah. It was huge, but yeah. Like so, someone posted a video because I don't know if you would know Paul. There's a gentleman in the northeast region of Ohio, his name's Randy, who has this very infamous haunt that he does at his house. He's actually been on television, and everyone looks forward to it. He's really into that kind of stuff. And so everyone posts things to his Facebook wall all the time. Like, okay. Electronics and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically, if they're more than 8 meg. 8 meg? 8 gig. I can't remember. They're basically like they do.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, I have to say. Yeah, check it out sometime.
But yeah, they basically said that your files are too big.
kind of thing, maybe. So it takes a lot to shock me. I mean, there
Hold
were
on.
scenes in there that shocked me. So,
I read out the dude in yellow and purple shirt and the pic of the tent of bears.
so you create
It's actually funny. I was talking to somebody who was there at the.
Because of what you enjoy and what you love, how HH got started, I think is
Did you say
for people to
Atlanta,
understand,
right?
that this wasn't necessarily kind of on a whim.
There's a couple of leather bears that basically I know who basically who went to Vegas.
That is correct. That is correct.
Who basically I'm Facebook friends with, and they got some pictures. Yes, okay then, yeah. But basically said that they had a blast at the this weekend. So I saw a couple of pictures from them. I was kind of looking out for you in them on Facebook, and yeah. So yeah, did you see my comment on your picture? I thought it was funny. Your bow tie is hot.
The first 22 haunts, we did an open letter on Facebook to the review team saying you were no longer welcome to review these haunts, and we must be removed from your website immediately. Yes, it was pretty big because they were a very big review team, and I had not been involved in the haunting that much, so I didn't know them that well.
Well, I didn't see you in them. I might have seen the back of your head, but I didn't see you.
But they did. Yeah, and so we won Hunters Against Hate. Just basically that's all they wanted to do. Just one Hunters Against Hate, say you're not welcome here. And I said no. I said I want to take it further. I want to create a website. I want to create shirts. I want this horrible thing that they said, and turn around to something very good and start giving back to the community for it. And I created the t-shirts. I started going to haunt conventions.
My belly's sticking out.
Being the biggest one. And I was like, well, let's see how it goes first. You all get a booth. And I ended up buying $2,000 worth of t-shirts there. Wow. Yes. And people were so supportive. And before I knew it, I was getting emails from all these haunts across the United States saying, we want to be part of Hunters Against Hate. And now I think I have 80 some odd haunts that are part of Hunters Against Hate on the website. Nice. Wow. I mean, just yesterday, I had another haunt message saying, we have to be a part of this, and they're based in Salt Lake City. Which is awesome. Small little thing, well, not small thing, but a full
okay.
To some negative
yes, belly rubs.
Kind of spearheaded this response, and not only was it a positive response from all these other haunt communities, it was almost like overflowing. Yes, was like just like that's what I love that kind of idea that it was because I'll be honest with you, when I think about like haunting and haunters and stuff like that, I don't really think about gay people. I don't really correlate the two. I'm sure we're everywhere, but that's just personally that's just something that doesn't really come to mind. Okay. And
oh fuck.
One more. No, that's thanks to Netflix. Yes, Babadook is now a gay pride icon, but that was an unexpected kind of windfall. I was thinking more along the lines of it just would never. I don't think of someone being this supportive and then being this kind of becoming this bigger thing. And not only that, but there are people that were that were a part of the event that wanted support and wanted to like raise money or whatever. Right.
I'll never stop loving it.
Well, there actually are a lot of LGBT actors and makeup artists involved in the haunt industry. It's bigger than you would imagine. Yeah. And even like meeting the haunt owners who not necessarily are LGBT, but there was like, we have a lot of actors in our haunt that are LGBT. We want to be behind this 100%. There should be no hate. And ironically, and this is still what bothers me, is the fact that review team has never apologized.
Mm.
They turned it around to make it like we were bullying them.
Of course.
It's like just, right. It's like we never put words in your mouth. And
So I'm focusing on two things at once and also trying to relax.
And even when we posted the open letter,
It's a little bit hard.
We blurred out their names to take the high road. We could have left their names.
Your bow tie is cute, Jacob. It is cute.
I wanted to pull away from instructing back, and I said, I don't want it to be about them. I don't want them getting the publicity out of it. Why should they? Because even bad publicity is still publicity.
Exactly. So, in every little, it's it bothers me. It's still sad that these people have taken something that they did that they know was wrong. I'm sure they know it was wrong and insensitive. If nothing else, insensitive. And instead it's like, oh well, they were bullying us. They're the ones that are they're the bad guys over there, not us over here.
Right. And they lashed out at some of the haunt owners. They don't know me because I don't own a haunt. I do advertising design for haunts. I was scaring a haunt. But somehow one of them got wind of who I was, and they sent me a really vile message.
I kind of don't know what to talk about in general. I mean, we need to figure out topics for the advice week.
Okay, I guess I'm not pulled into this.
But I don't know exactly what to do for that.
You know what? I'm not that flexible. Really.
We've got one,
Once again, it's like
bear culture.
So the thing I'm kind of curious about, because it's interesting. I didn't understand or know about Hunters Against Hate really until I met you and then checked out the website and got some more familiarity with it. But what's interesting to me is since the inception of this nonprofit that you started, I suddenly now can see all the people that I know that are LGBTQ that are into horror or
that's kind of
mean. I never really quite thought about it.
But I get it.
That are really into Halloween and decorating and going to stuff and and are really fans of the genre and film and all that kind of stuff. And I never really...
Gay men love dressing up. Well, and look at it this way. LGBT community, we've always been considered kind of outcast. Think about the haunters and the spooky people. They're considered outsiders as well. So it's and a lot of people have said that we've always been considered outsiders, but we're family, and we're here to protect your family too, because you're part of us.
Which is it's really cool that they feel that way. I guess I've not felt that, but probably because I'll own from my own upbringing, I thought more about how we get to play the victim in a lot of scenarios. And so my presumption is if anybody was going to make a community or a type, a demographic or a type of individual, the person that gets mutilated or whatever, that I think it's way too easy to think of the minority.
Well, it's just slightly mean for people who are stuck that way.
X, Y, Z.
That's what I mean.
And so what I'm interested in is when I talk to people about,
it's a little bit mean if that's just a person that's got that is stuck that way.
Things. I was under the impression, Paul, the Hunters Against Hate was also a response to haunts in which they use
the tissue's getting wet again.
Crime as an appropriate way to haunt against people. I don't know if you're familiar with.
I know what you're talking like Hell House and stuff like that in Texas, where they've done stuff like showing people who are dying.
Well, that's what I mean. That's just what I meant. But I mean, it's okay.
And basically taking a population or a community or individuals and that identifying them in a certain way and then making them directly, the victim, so to speak.
Right. No, we've not approached that really at all. I've received emails from.
I just hope it's not going to damage the wood. I'm not so worried about the extractor fan. I can get another extractor fan.
And actually, something like just happened within the past 4 weeks.
The wood panels are slightly harder to replace.
Happens to be a haunt here, and I'm not going to say what haunts they are or stuff like that. Like I said, I don't want to give publicity, but I received a message from an actor, a gay actor at this haunt, saying, I messaged the owner saying, you know, can we do?
I saw the puppy. I saw a puppy.
Because another haunted, and
in the pictures.
owner responded that, no, what should we have a heterosexual night too then? And as opposed to going back and saying, you know, well, I'm going to post about this and I'll show you. Like, no, let's give the publicity to the other haunt who's having the LGBT night and so supportive, and get everyone in the community to go there and show them the support. Yeah. So I took out a full-page magazine here, printed up posters to put in the bars. So it's like, that's how you do it.
Yeah. You know? And it's funny, it's a classic, like, we go where we know we're wanted. Mm-hmm. You'll go where you know you're wanted. Right. And, I wouldn't go because I don't like haunted houses. But, but hey, like, oh, we're having an LGBT night at, whatever. Like, oh, maybe I'll give it a shot.
Right. Right. Well, and we're going to do a fun.
Hey, Itchy.
This Thursday at the song. Where
A
Adam.
little bit quiet, but I'm also paying attention to like 3 things at once.
We are going to live stream and walking through the haunt on Thursday.
Like, not gonna be that long because I'm almost where I'm going, but I saw you're on. And I just wanted to say, hey, and notes everyone.
Oh my God.
And Dad.
But no, I'm good. I'm glad you're good. Yeah, Dreamy's on, and so is Jeffrey.
For those that don't know,
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Panafox just appeared. You are like a little bit quiet.
So
yeah, you can see how we're all like going through my car speaker, so it's probably me kind of.
It's okay. I just turned you up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you watching Cubs Out Loud?
I'm watching Cubs Out Loud. I'm also hiccups. I also quickly did the it was in the middle of a live stream, and well, I just finished doing all the important bits on the live stream, just chilling out in the live stream, and yeah. So I'm trying to focus on what they're saying. I'm keeping up with what's happening in the chat there, and also checking, reading the chat that's happening here at the same time.
Well, I have one last thing to do, because like I said, I just want to pop in and say hey. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Okay.
You guys are cool. Bye-bye.
Bye. I don't like it when he goes away.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Very supportive, and it's just the actors now are hopping on board, which is wonderful.
I don't know when he's gone or not, because he sticks around.
clue people in because I don't want them to be left in the cold if they don't know. Could you tell them who Cassandra Peterson is?
Also known as Elvira.
God damn it.
Yes.
Soon. 3 weeks. I know, 3 weeks. My nerves are starting to pick up a little bit.
Well, it's not necessarily considered a gay icon to all gay individuals.
Yeah, when it gets to guest week, I'm gonna delay it until basically he gets here. Then it's gonna be guest week and whatever week that we happen to be on. So that's gonna be Q. So I'm just checking out my tissue.
For Cassandra.
Doesn't seem to be doing anything.
This ridiculous, outfit, hair.
I don't think it's fully saturated yet.
A spooky woman, so to speak. It was very popular, I think it was in the 80s, maybe in Jennifer. So I always felt
I always thought of her as kind of being kind of
Tissue starter's not really doing anything. The tissue is basically not fully saturated. When it starts dripping, then I'm going to basically replace the tissue. But it looks fine so far. Just looks a bit wet. Stupid roof.
Well, right, and I think her persona, her personality is a good parallel, but it's kind of like it makes me think of Wolfman Jack. Like there were these character icons that I think were a conduit or a way into like kind of horror spooky stuff, but definitively I think of Iris as very much like on kind of the aspect of it as opposed to, you know.
So what's up, Pedofox? How you doing?
Like that. The first
Guess what I downloaded today, by the way. I was a little bit bored and kind of tired at the same time. But I couldn't lay down because I'd just eaten. But I downloaded Fortnite.
It's really touching.
So I didn't know this, but it's Epic Games. It's Unreal Tournament. It's basically yeah. That's one of my games.
This is a t-shirt joke, and at some of the
Just been super busy. I understand.
I've had organs donate some pieces of art that I raffle off. One of them being one of the runners-up of the TV show Face Off from Side.
I did, yeah. I haven't played it yet. It's literally just finished downloading. That's one of the things when I said I was uploading something and downloading something at the same time. That's what the thing I was downloading. I'm going to see if my computer can actually play it because I'm not entirely sure it can yet. I know it's pretty good at playing games, but the processor in it might explode, and my internet's not very good. So basically, yeah, just a little bit worried. So yeah. Plus, I am really old when it comes to video games now. Basically, I played Unreal Tournament 2007. That's my latest gaming experience when I was with gaming. You know, when Unreal Tournament 2007 came out, I was all on that. That's my whole gaming experience. I basically have gotten things later because they're cheaper usually, but Fortnite is free, so basically I downloaded it. So yeah, I'm going to be really shit on it for a long time before I'm any good. I'm not paying for fuck, okay? I'm not paying for anything. I'm just going to do the grinding and get all the stuff that way, if you can. I don't think you can, but yeah. But yeah, I'm very not used to like PUBG and stuff like that. I basically did play somebody's PUBG, and that was quite fun. And I played a little bit of I've played a little bit of the space fights in Battlefield. Is it Battlefield? What is the Star Wars game? That one. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. But I'm gonna try it after I finish doing this. I understand the grind. I play Warframe. I don't know. If I need to get into it, you know. What is Warframe, by the way? Is it like an FPS or is it an RPG or what? Probably the grindiest game to ever exist. Well, I don't mind that. I played Pokemon. So yeah, I'm playing Pokemon. So yeah.
And then I will purchase accordingly. So, like,
I don't know.
If you have 2 more coming up, I think, this coming Thursday. Wicked Campground in Lexington. Okay.
Well, nothing's been dripped on yet.
That they are doing.
It's a bit hard to tell.
Very excited. They gave you a tour of the haunts and everything. It's been wonderful. And then on Sunday, it's going to see the Haunted Hotel in Louisville, which has been rated one of the
Probably not. Well, yeah, but I just remember that basically having to run around fields and train up my Pokemon and battle other people just to train up my Pokemon and level them up and do all the XP share and all that stuff. So it's just like, I did that for hours. Do you have Steam to? I don't. I did, but I don't remember my login or anything. So I don't have Steam.
Pretty crazy, let me tell you.
Yeah, I've heard about this hotel in Louisville. I'm from Louisville. I was there, so I know all about it. And it's one of the reasons why I don't like that, because they say like in the commercials they like stole like them like losing out shit. And I'm like, no, I can't do that.
In the article, I think they asked to listen.
I can share my screen next time I play Warframe and take you through a mission in Discord. Can you do that in Discord?
Really good haunts as well, which they can't touch you unless you're me. And you go through like I just.
Like, I'll look into it. I mean, how much does Warframe cost? You know, I'll look into it. I don't know. My time might be taken up by playing not PUBG. That I don't know.
Look, I'm not touching you. It's the paddle that's touching you.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's favorite weekend night at a bar. I'm just saying.
Fortnite. Yeah, I know. I know the name of the game. It's on my screen right now. So yeah, if you basically see a guy called Tanker Tubbs, because I couldn't just get Tubbs on Fortnite, then that's me. Please be gentle.
I'm right to keep that. Thank you.
So, yeah, see, that's the thing is, when I grew up, when I was a kid,
Oh, I've got messages.
My dad was involved in DLA, and they would participate and help put on a haunt. Probably when I was like single digits, and so I was really young. I don't really remember much of it. I know that Dad enjoyed going and doing it. And so, but we weren't a family that really watched horror movies or any of that kind of stuff. So it was very much kind of a one-off in a way. But when I grew up and then we got into like high school, like usually locally in communities, especially in rural areas that have like fairs and festivals and stuff, invariably somebody puts on a haunt. Mm-hmm. It's at a farm, it's an orchard, or a haunted corn maze, you know, something of that sort. And so that was a thing that, you know, you kind of did as kids because, you know, it's high school.
Incoming phone request from somebody.
Or whatever.
Or in my case, growing up in New York, you just ride the subway. That's a horror.
Yikes. So when I grew up, like we got into college, it was interesting.
I don't know who that is. So basically, I'm not going to accept friend requests from somebody I don't know.
Association. It was a student body, and so we did all sorts of activities. And one of the things we did as a fundraiser is we actually did a haunt inside one of the buildings. We did the basement, and so every building on campus.
Okay.
Their student group, and then they had to come up with their own theme.
When I finish this, and then I'm probably going to go and listen to the rest of the Cubs Out Loud stream, and then I'm going to not do that. I'm going to maybe turn on Fortnite. I don't know. It depends how tired I'm going to be.
Of course, because it was a competition, because you know everybody has room and a scare, and the one that we did was based on Children of the Corn, which I'm not necessarily going to see the movies, but I had enough reference material, so we actually went out to a local farm and got corn stalks that had been cut down, And we, you know, the luggage carts you see in most hotels, they also have them in residence halls on campus. We attached corn upright around the outside of it to make cornrows in a room, and then we had like almost a dozen of these, and they were movable just there on cast group. So once the group enters the room, you're able to use the corn to close off the entrance, and then they have to walk through, and it keeps changing. Now you have people that are hiding, and then we also made 3 crucifix up against the one wall, and then we had actors. And my favorite part of the whole thing is that Matt, and this is the thing is, he's a church organist. Well, now he's I think a superintendent of a school district, but like he was acting this whole thing up. Of course, we had fake blood and Carol syrup and all that kind of jazz. And he was up there, and it looks like he's being suspended, but the reality is we had hidden that he was standing on a platform, and he could leap off of the crucifix at the people that were like watching this scene, right, that was happening. But my favorite thing that we pulled off was we had, I think, 4 people who were plants. So every time a new group came into the room, somebody was dressed like a civilian and tagged on and back when the cornrows closed behind them.
Can I try something? Try what?
Like, I think 4th, 5th, or 6th. They don't know who it's really in their group because they just keep getting
What are you trying?
And so when Matt would leap off of the crucifix, he would grab the plant because they were touching it. So he wasn't touching a matron, he was touching a like actor participant, which is allowed. Okay. It was so much fun. I never heard so many people scream bloody murder in my life. Working it, I can understand can be very fun. However, attending is not necessarily my game. While I know it's not real, I'm still just not a fan of the jump scare and the goofy stuff. Like, I don't know if Damon can. Well, yeah, Silent does. They don't call it Fright Night.
Well, how would you do that?
Right. So every amusement park now tends to do something of that sort. And Kennywood in Pittsburgh for years has done Fright Nights. And so theirs are kind of cool. But I don't know if they still do it because it's been years. They take a pavilion and they would, for a while, they were doing a 3D experience. I don't know if you've heard of this, Paul, where you like put on 3D glasses and everything in the whole place is like weird psychedelic colors and stuff. Yeah. The year they did clowns. No.
Let me tell you the concept I came up with 3 years ago for Nightmare on Edgewood and Indy that they built. We did real phobias. So we have real snakes, real spiders. The snake area, snakes don't bother me at all. I have no fear of snakes, but you would go through the curtain, and we had real snake skin hanging. With all the snakes, they were in cages, but we had real snakes. It was very dark, and I was underneath it.
It's probably in a video call. You probably have to video call somebody and then screen share. I mean, we can try that if you want to person-to-person screen. Try that. I don't know.
We originally did get 350 real Madagascar concerts, and we were going to put them up on the floor so that the walls could scatter. And last minute, they were like, "No, we don't want to risk getting out." So we made it very dark. I put fake roses all over, but every night,
Hollow noise.
Before it would open, I would go and sprinkle
Just up here.
Yeah.
Shit.
The secrets of being a haunter.
After the snake would go down the stairs and you'd have to fall through basically a sewer. We actually had a real like sewer pipe, and we had fake rats in there with fur, and we had that sound like. I mean, this one movie like I am not going to do that. It was hysterical.
So this is boring, guys. I'm just listening and just hanging out with you guys. I don't know what else to say.
Return and like drop rice into your hair.
Hey, did what? He's trying to figure out how to screen share on Discord.
After that year, or years, now like third year, people were actually before they would buy this and say, "There's no more snakes, right? No more snakes here."
No, that was just like. You wanted to bring it back?
It's funny that you say that, Paul, because the year that we did the Children of the Corn thing, we got asked about if we were going to repeat it again or not, because it was, what happened was when people left the hunt, if they stayed, they filled out a card and they rated which room, and that's how you won was by the people that attended, and so but we weren't allowed to do it again because actually after the hunt was over, we got chastised because technically the corn was not flame retardant. Oh boy! And we were inside a building. So yes, we got a big trouble with that. They were not going to fine us, but they said you should have cleared it with us ahead of time. But then we were so mad about it because then the following year we're like, how the heck would you flame retard corn? Like go out and look at it, pick up the parking lot and just spray it down with stuff and let it dry. I mean, it was just like,
that's funny. That's funny.
So
yeah, that great story working at home. Definitely have a great story.
They've got to be.
I've had my best. Like, why don't you create your own phone call? I'm like, first of all, I don't have the energy. I wouldn't have to just deal with very nasty who were, it's like I couldn't do it. It's like, no, I have a great idea for it. I have concepts. I even have the name of my home, but I'm not going to do it.
See, that's why, again, the other thing why they won't ever go to a haunted house is because I would probably be that.
That's what I was saying, Dreamy. I was saying that basically I think it only works in DMs.
I would be one. They really like a term.
And you always get someone who does not listen. It's like one year we had a pitch black mason together feeling way through, and you were told before you enter, do not run. Common sense, do not run in the door. The girl runs right into the wall, breaks her nose.
I mean, we can try it. I said we can try it. My foot's feeling a bit better, but basically I mean, it's not itching anymore, so that's good. And it's starting to get color back, good color. Oh god, that sounds bad, doesn't it? I mean, as opposed to being bruised, it doesn't look so bruised anymore. So yeah.
And that's one of the things that does surprise me is some people are like, well, I didn't think it would be that scary. And you're like, okay.
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Like, what are you doing?
That's really awesome.
Yeah. It's like, and then they try to play up. It's like, how about accepting the responsibility for yourself?
Yeah,
Good damn.
There's a visualization that takes place, and, yes, there is a way to say that young minds are, I mean, it's kind of like watching movies or TV shows or whatever. Like,
Yeah, it's just a little dot. It's a little red dot with a tiny bruise around it now, instead of being my entire ankle being inflamed. So that's something. Can we give it a shot? We can both be on mute and you can just watch the game. Hey, I said we could try it if you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of these things that some people don't necessarily think about. But back to the hard to take, Paul, I have a question for you, but I don't know if there is an answer to it. If folks would like their local haunts to learn more about what you do and become connected, how would they go about doing that? What do you think the best approach is?
Go to the website, get a
I see it.
That's how like Salt Lake City called Beer Factory. They messaged me like, you know, we just found out about you in Missouri. We'd love to be involved. How do we get involved? And I take it from there and I put them on our website. And they are.
Is that your spaceship? Sorry. Is that your spaceship?
For their employees, or stuff like that. That's awesome. The night reading. Have you ever heard of Carol?
Yeah.
South Carolina. They're pretty big. They're owned by Premier Bear. They reached out to me. Which is wonderful for their talent.
Yeah. So it's funny because Carolyn is Cedar Fair Park, so I know about it because of Jim. Because he was actually there years ago.
I mean, it looks shiny.
But they were doing training in that city. But it's very interesting that they're reaching out. And that, I think that would be a really great idea to kind of get a larger park theme thing going and doing this thing. Because I mean, that shows you just how big this is becoming.
Yeah, and what's really nice or touching is the entertainment director reached out to me.
And you can customize your character's everything, right?
So it's personal to me too. And just couldn't coordinate the schedule.
So I don't know if you can talk while doing this. Just shake your cursor about if you can't talk.
Where goes who knows? We'll see. You know,
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Corporation and the 501c3, that takes forever to do.
Would it be easier if I turned off the CRL?
The logo is trying to be trademarked.
No, it's fine. I'm just showing off some of the stuff I have.
The first t-shirt I designed,
Like I said, it looks pretty. But I didn't doubt that because I've seen the screenshots.
Yeah, for me, the end game is just all the visuals.
And the thing is, I had not trademarked it, so I really couldn't do anything about it with my part. And I'm not going to let that happen again at all. Right? And the owner.
So, like I said, is it like is it like an RPG or is it an FPS or what?
I think like a bit of both.
Really? You've done that?
Because the characters are all really diverse, but then it's very much a shooter.
Yeah. So I went on like that. Trademark logo.
And is it like is it free or is it?
So if people are interested in supporting
Sweet.
Cars Against Hate, the best thing they can probably do, I'm imagining, is go visit the website.
Yeah.
And there's this section on there that they could go to that says HAH Shop, where they can make purchases of some very nice shirts. There are.
Do you get your own ship?
Yep, this is my ship. I can change the colors and everything.
For what you call your artist series.
The marketplace, all these little statue things I have to actually go out, find, and then fill up with energy so that they move.
And then
that was exciting.
As you can see, I did it a lot.
And if you buy all
This one looks really cool. Like a floating road cage.
Yeah.
And the way
This is like the game encyclopedia.
I was at
These are all the factions you can join.
and
3 of them like me, 3 of them hate me a lot.
Well, it'd be pretty boring if basically everybody liked everybody.
Yeah, as you grow with one, another hates you, and another hates you half as much. So you kind of pick and choose to see like which ones will like you and which ones won't. You can get weapons, weapon mods in here. You can make weapons over here and other items. More statues. This is one of my follower things. I have a bunch more over here.
Yeah, so there's the 5 artist series, and there's 3 other designs. Both the first and second say I guess which is the motto of Hunters Against Hate, which is because hate is the scariest thing of all.
This one was my first.
I have to say, Paul, it's really catchy as a slogan or as a motto that a lot of people like when you wear one of those shirts,
Thank you.
especially those particular shirts, people like that just for what it says, not even knowing what their Hunters Against Hate is.
It's like a
and even like
hyena, rhino, zebra dog.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a clone of a dog that got
it's very cool.
upgraded.
It's funny because I wear this,
and I gave it cool little armor to go with it, and the zebra pattern I had to actually buy, but it is so worth it because it looks really pretty.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like some weird thing that I don't know much about yet. This opens up to like the person character that I unlocked that actually looks human.
They don't focus on but in general, but they're wonderful.
Mine looks sort of like a frat.
You know, the lady who runs that has come over to me. We're pals. They're just really wonderful.
I mean, look how arrogant he looks, but also super regal.
Yeah, it does look kind of like a hipster douchebag. Like royalty hipster douchebag kind of person.
I know. He's even got a little crown.
Oh, Jesus. Tiaras are too mainstream.
It's like a half crown, half like, I don't know. I just really love it.
They have fun scaring you because it's fun.
And this is supposed to be just like a chill out room, I guess, that they added in.
You know, the gore, the makeup, the crazy wacky stuff.
I can
they're very nice.
edit the room to have different stencils and stuff.
Family members, kids, all that kind of
I can
stuff.
put up an aquarium.
I think that's one of the things that, it's art and it's a suspension of belief, in the
I'm really gunning for this one.
Like some of what we were talking about in our stories is just
Pretty.
putting people in a time and a place that is not real yet. They don't remember that, so to speak.
This is one that just shows off one of my Warframes.
The first year I did
Cool stuff. A heart that I got around Valentine's Day.
for me was the last day.
This is supposed to play music, but I don't have any music for it to play. So I just have a little dancing Warframe on it.
This is a tiny dancing Warframe.
Had her head down. I'm like, "Are you okay?"
I don't know. It does look interesting.
More statues. I just keep collecting them. I have a tea set. I picked that up sometime in the last update. And then a mission. I was planning to show you a mission, I guess.
He was so enamored by your organization.
Just a quick feel for the game, I guess.
Yeah. Then let's choose.
Sure, so I want to get one for me and one for
I know. We'll do a sabotage mission.
I think I just gave her.
Oh, okay. Even better.
But I still do that. Touch someone that much. And it was just very sad.
This is just me being me. But do you get a choice of can you customize all of your ship?
I can customize all of my ship inside and out. The decorations I put in it. I can customize how my Warframe looks, how my items look, how my Sentinel looks. This Warframe does hurt itself, but it works out in the end. Sands, finisher.
Oh, for crying out loud, I should have made my Paul, what's your name number so I can tell you? Destroy it.
Combining equipment is nearby. It must be destroyed to prevent the Premier from developing energy weapons.
You can customize all your weapons and all of your everything. Just everything.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm trying to get back into gaming. Oh, this does look cool.
Something up there. Oh, there it is.
Seeing a scare like event moving as a contingency walking through and seeing them all wearing the
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
that's for sure. Pretty cool. I'm excited.
Super tiny hole.
I never
well, one might say that you got, a big thing going and people appreciate it. Yeah, exactly.
Anything back here? No. That way.
Just looking at the HUD and just the status displays and stuff. I kind of can figure out what stuff means. So not entirely.
I think I missed one thing.
Let's override security.
Those cars are big for all of that. Usually that second though.
Well,
I did miss something really far back. Okay.
just want to check something. Can anybody hear me on the live stream on YouTube? All right. Yep. I'm still getting audio. Okay, Jeff. I was just checking.
This dude's gonna steal both my weapons? No. Here's a boomerang that can just like snatch your weapon. And then as I was gearing up to shoot him with the second one, he took that one too.
So are some of these real people, or are they just all bots?
I've just been like,
These are actually the ones I'm killing now are the remnants of people that have been cloned way too many times. There's like, I guess, 4 or 5 factions now. So this one just happens to be the ones that were able to keep Earth.
It does kind of look like super complicated and super involved, though. That's the problem. I mean, I'm sure it's fun. I know that's probably what makes it fun. It's just that I probably could get into it, but I don't know how easy is it to get into. Like, is there a lot of grinding immediately?
Not immediately, I guess. So it's a lot of grinding to get anything like super cool. Like this sword was one of the strongest things in the game, and getting that stance mod for it so I could do that also hard. These pistols, these wool pistols are pretty strong. This thing I'm using right now also pretty strong. And this is the 3rd strongest shotgun in the game. But then again, I'm level 14, so I'm like really far into this game. Well, mastery rank 14.
Sweet. Well, it looks cool. I think yeah, I might consider it. I'm gonna see how the whole Fortnite thing actually plays on my computer. Because if my computer can actually play Fortnite, then I'm pretty sure it can keep up with modern, RPGs and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like when I said you could customize like a lot, there's a whole different color scheme. I haven't done anything with this one.
I'm gonna take a wild guess.
I can just keep getting random color until something cool pops up.
Against Correct. You got it. They can shop the shirts. Oh yeah, that's right. You can like and follow Hunters Against Hate on Facebook too, and see what's going on and see pictures and stuff. Yep. And with that, look at that, everybody. Good night, everybody.
And then most of the warframes have a whole bunch of things to try and draw you in. It's basically like a money sink, but it's a really fun money sink.
Cool.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
No, I am. Like I said, I'm just going to see how things work out with the thing, but yeah.
Guess I can just show off, I guess, what I have. Just like a quick spin or two.
Right at the end of the call.
gentlemen, for having me on.
This one is my all-time favorite.
It was a lot of fun.
There's definitely some
Really
headpiece.
badass night.
It's because it's kind of like a monitor, kind of like almost a headpiece. It's just crazy.
You've got some great stories about experiences and stuff. So it was good to hear what you learned about, what who you've met, the connections, the networking aspect.
One day I'll have to tell you how I'm good friends with Steve Kermit.
That's it.
Oh, all the colors you're seeing are colors I picked.
I designed the plan.
This isn't the cool skin for it.
Yeah, we can
This one
tell.
is.
Really nice.
I've actually heard.
Because purple and pink is the best color combination.
He never forgets my birthday. I get a card every year. Yep, class act.
With this guy, you can just break the game.
Why?
And you win every level, and you don't really have to try. Because this thing, visibility you use makes a copy. Everyone focuses on it and not you. This, you turn invisible, you can walk through the lasers, and no one can see you no matter how much noise you make. This one, you need to get out of trouble, switch with an ally or an enemy. It doesn't matter, you can just get out. And this one forces everyone to drop their weapons except for him. So if you're good, you shouldn't have trouble playing.
Last year, when I was Pennywise,
This girl was so strong they had to nerf her, like hard. Like revamp her entire ultimate ability.
and this one woman came up to me and told her phone was not supposed to
I miss those days.
take pictures.
Kind of impractical shoes. Sorry. It's always like whenever I watch Bubblegum Crisis, I always like, why are they in high heels? They've got really cool combat suits.
From Jurassic World, where I forget her
Oh
name,
yeah, she's running.
running away. I'm like, how are you running into T-Rex at high heels?
Yeah, fuck that. It's like that's not possible. But no, she manages it. I don't know. Maybe she's just got experience. I mean, they have like high heel races, don't they?
Probably.
We've just outlasted the Cubs Out Loud stream, by the way, guys.
Because we're cooler.
I'm kind of a little bit bummed because they're not doing the weekly kind of like the tumble for you picks and stuff. Like every week they used to do these things where they pick their favorite picks from Tumblr for the week, and they're always like bear picks and stuff like that. But they over the past couple of weeks they just haven't done it because they're saving them for the monthly ones. I'm guessing it's too much work to go through Tumblr to find naughty pictures.
I don't find it that hard.
I know, right? I was being sarcastic.
That happens anytime I open up the app.
I do the same thing. Because I did have two Tumblr accounts. I basically had my regular Tumblr account that anybody could see it, my safe for work one, and then my one that I just posted like my pictures on and stuff. And it kind of like every time somebody follows me on Tumblr, I quickly check out their Tumblr and I follow them back. So it literally is just nothing but bears and basically porn. It's basically porn.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's just bear stuff, but bear stuff is basically porn. So yeah.
Okay, these 12 are ones I don't have. 3 of them I have had, but got rid of them because I didn't really like them. Don't have this guy. I had this girl in her weird shoes, but I didn't really like her play style. I almost got this guy, except for one part, and then the game updated, and now getting that part is really hard. So I'm kind of mad that I didn't go ahead and get him. She's supposed to be a glass samurai.
New alert marked on navigation 10-0.
And when she first came out in that very first week, she was very, very good, and everyone loved her. But then, again, the devs nerfed her. This is supposed to be like the bishop frame, like church bishop.
I can see that.
This is the dominatrix. She's got a whip and a cat, but most of her abilities rely upon the whip. And her ult forms a giant spear of chain whips that grabs onto people and hoist them up into the air, and then they just swing about on chains. This is the magnet lady.
Magnet lady.
One ability, pull, and another, she magnetizes everyone, so bullets go flying at you instead.
I thought she has the magical ability to stick to bridges.
She's fun and she's really good, but people don't like her because the ragdoll effect with her pull ability is crazy. Like, she just reaches out and force grabs someone to pull them closer, but instead of them being like a really controlled pull, they get flung towards her and then go rocketing past her. Like, they go from 0 to 100 in like no time at all. This is the very sickly infected frame. Pretty cool. This is the frame that you play with when you either want to be cool or force people to listen to your mixtape. Most of the time it's the latter. This is the newest one. He just came out. He's sort of wanted as a like boss hunter, but there are other things that do it better, so I kind of feel bad for him.
He seems to be leaking coolant.
Yeah, kinda. He's supposed to be like a ghost or something, or a vampire. He hypnotizes people, but not very well. This is the French frame, hailing all the way from France. He's a tactician and throws balls at people.
Do he come with a white flag?
No, but I can make him white.
No, I mean, just because it's French, they surrender really easily. Bad history joke. Really bad history joke.
Yeah, I had him, and he was pretty easy to get, but I didn't really like his play style. It was like throw a grenade, but it wasn't a very strong one. Create a trampoline that only lasted for one person. Lift people up into the air within a certain ring, and create a black hole.
Create a black hole.
One was the only good one, but it didn't last long.
I'm assuming it's a fake black hole and not an actual singularity. Yeah. So I'm just. And really,
if
really.
it were a real one, the game would just implode.
Hmm.
We interrupt everyone else's missions. This is the last one. I don't have him. I can maybe get him, but he's supposed to be the Monkey King. He's based off of that mythology. And he's got a little tail, and I guess that's the only monkey thing about him. He kind of reminds me of Infernape, if you remember him. From 4th generation Pokemon.
All right. Yeah.
Like we just recolored him red and sort of kept his hands and feet red and white. Yeah, people like this guy because he can cheat death with one of his abilities. It's just like, oh, he died? No. He didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. And he comes back invulnerable for a few seconds. And that's all that are in the game so far. And then the game, I'm not going to show you all of these because they do a lot into melee weapons a lot, but most of the time, but there's more melee weapons than probably anything else. Because they know people like to whack things. And they give you a wide variety to do so. And you got hammers, tonfas, whip, sword and shield, gunblade, bow staff, forget what these are called, katana.
Well, the nunchucks.
Sword and nunchucks. Great swords, blades, guides, of course swords. I mean, you can't not have swords in a melee game. Gloves for punching things. Shield and axe. So yeah, just a lot.
All of the things.
All of the things. Oh,
all the things.
We got a boomerang too. And chainsaw gloves. Because of why not? They could do it. They could animate it. Let's go for it. Wolverine claws, because everyone needs one of those. A trident for the new Aquaman movie. Electric tonfas.
Big Q.
And then more and more guns and kunais for secondaries.
Did you just say knives? Knives.
Knives.
No, I do that all the time. It's a knife. It's not a sword like a knight would have.
This one is like it's a little torpedo rocket launcher that's small enough to put on your waist, so it's a secondary thing. But it's more likely to kill you than it is to kill the enemy. Because if you aim too closely, it's going to explode and the blowback's going to hurt you more.
Sounds like an actual torpedo launcher.
Yep. But this is a game. We can't allow reality.
No, I know. Although it is funny when basically like when that does happen, like I used to play on a tournament, and they have a thing where you can have friendly fire on and off. So basically, like there's a game ender gun. It used to be called the Handwall, which is the handheld nuclear warhead launcher. So basically, it's like it's a game ender. You know, you fire it and it kills everybody because it's a nuclear explosion. but like it's really funny when I used to play online games and I would either I or one of my friends would forget that basically it's a friendly fire match. And then basically they would be like, "Yes, they got the big gun." It's like, no, wait, no, and then everyone dies. Like you literally just had skeletons just where everybody was.
There's a tactical nuke you can use. But it just kills everyone, including you, because it's a nuke.
It's a nuke. What's a handheld nuclear warhead launcher? That's what the Handwall was as well. So it's like,
It's a nuke. You can point at the target and it will drop a nuke there. But if you're close enough to point at it, you're close enough to get hit.
Yeah.
This is a grenade launcher, but it looks like some sort of like what's a potato gun?
Potato gun.
Spud cannon.
With potato gun, it's the same thing.
This is creation by science. It shoots floating like balls that combine to make a bigger ball, I guess. I don't know. It's like a little singularity thing.
Well, it's almost like a plasma rifle.
Probably that. And you got your machine gun. Sniper rifle with the expertly named Snipetron. Laser gun. Three systems. Long thrower. Regular bow. Edgy bow. Even more edgy bow.
Even more edgier bow.
Look at it.
I saw.
Is there any other way to describe it?
Slightly more edgier bow.
Scissor gun. And the scissors close. Laser scissors close or open. Have you played Overwatch before?
What?
You know Roadhog's ult where you just get like a bunch of stuff and you just shoot it out of a cannon?
Yes.
This gun is basically that. And I'm not actually sure what it shoots because it's just these huge barrels, and I think it lasts like 7 shots, and then you need to reload. And this is just a very weak shotgun that I'm trying to level. It gets me points towards the mastery rank stuff.
Well, it all looks cute. I'm gonna have to run away.
Okay.
Because I've got some stuff to do because it's Monday now. It's nearly 4 a.m. in the UK. But I will set up the new channel and have that all sorted soonish. But until then, I'm going to I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll be online to do some art. Maybe online to do some advice stream week stuff. I don't know. Enjoy your morning sleep well, Tubbs. Here's me more hugs. Thank you, Jeffrey. But yeah, we'll decide later. Belly rubs.
Good night, Jeffrey.
Belly jickle. Belly sleep. This list of things I'm doing for the belly is basically getting longer. But yeah. Anytime, Jeff. I'm getting pretty warm again. So bye guys. Bye Dreamy.